Why can some metals be drawn into thin wires? Imagine holding a piece of metal and stretching it until it becomes a thin, shiny wire. How does that happen? Well, some metals have a special ability called ductility that makes this possible. Ductility is the capacity of a material to undergo a lot of plastic deformation without breaking. This means the metal can stretch or elongate significantly before it finally fractures. Metals like copper, aluminum, and certain steels are known for their high ductility, which allows them to be pulled into very thin wires. At the atomic level, metals are arranged in a crystal lattice structure. Think of this as a regular, repeating pattern of atoms. These atoms are held together by metallic bonds, which are quite flexible. When you pull on the metal, layers of atoms called crystal planes can slide past each other smoothly. This sliding happens because the metallic bonds are not easily broken. As a result, the metal can stretch and change shape without cracking or breaking apart. The process of turning a metal into wire is called wire drawing. It involves pulling a metal rod or a thicker wire through a series of metal dies. These dies have holes that get smaller with each step. As the wire passes through each die, it becomes thinner and longer. The volume of the metal stays about the same, but its cross-sectional area decreases. This process is often done at room temperature, which is called cold drawing. Cold drawing not only makes the wire thinner but also makes it stronger and gives it a better surface finish. However, if the metal is not very ductile, it can crack or break during the drawing process. To prevent this, manufacturers sometimes heat the metal in a process called annealing. Annealing restores ductility by relieving internal stresses and making the metal softer, so it can be drawn further without failure. Understanding why some metals can be drawn into thin wires helps us see the balance between strength and ductility. If a metal is too brittle, it will crack easily. If it is ductile, it can be stretched into long, thin wires that are strong and flexible. This property is essential for making electrical wires, medical devices, and many other products that need to be both strong and flexible. When the ductility of a metal is compromised, or if the drawing process is not carefully controlled, failures can happen, leading to cracks or breakage in the final product.